Once again, we're being asked to multiply here. Or, I'm sorry, simplify really, not necessarily multiply. Simplify. First one says, what is 3x squared times 5x squared? Alright, the ultimate answer will be just 3 times 5, which is 15. Then the x squared times an x squared. It's like taking 2x's times another 2x's. That means you're multiplying x 4 times. You add those powers. Again, the long way of doing this, if you wanted to do it this way, you could do this. 3x squared means 3 times x times 5 times x. So multiply those in any order you want. 3 times 5 is 15, and there's an x being multiplied 4 times, so x to the 4th power. That's the long way, but we don't want you to have to do this every time. So go look at the next one. 2x cubed times 7x squared. If you think about this, you just multiply the 2 times the 7 and it's 14. There's going to be 5 x's being multiplied there, so you add the powers. X to the 3rd times x squared means x to the 5th. You add the powers of 3 and 2, so your answer is 14x to the 5th. Now look at the next guy. We have x to the 3rd to the 4th power. This is a little bit different than that one. X to the 3rd to the 4th power. So in this particular case, it means take x to the 3rd. That's your base. This is your base. X to the 3rd is the base of the 4th power. So it means take x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd. That's what it means. Take x to the 3rd to the 4th power. Now if you just look at this part and apply what we learned in the previous lesson, x to the 3rd times x to the 3rd, that really means there's 3 times you're multiplying x, plus another 3 times you're multiplying it, another 3 times, another 3 times. You're really multiplying x 12 times. So x to the 3rd to the 4th power is x to the 12th power. What we want you to gather from this example is whenever you see a power of a power there, then you could just go ahead and multiply those. You could have just said it's going to be 3 times 4. Instead of this being added like we did here, you multiply those exponents because you're really going to take this x to the 3rd power 4 different times. So if you add 3 4 times, it's 12. Just multiply 3 times 4. It's a little bit quicker. This is leading into our next rule.